Hi, I'm JTremain, and this is my project, Pain Perception, the way we feel, manage, and treat pain. Medicine is the only profession that works endlessly to destroy the reason for its existence. This is my quote of quality, and it really stuck to me because it's true. The ultimate goal of medicine is to cure every disease and to save every life. But if that happens, there would be no need for doctors, there would be no need for medicine or research. So it really does work to end its own existence. My topic was pain perception with pediatric orthopedics. Pain perception is the way we feel pain and the way we react to it. And this is different in every individual. Pediatric orthopedics is children under the age of 18 dealing with broken bones, torn ligaments, torn muscles, things of that nature. I chose this topic because I love working with kids, so I know I wanted to incorporate something to do with children in there. I work at the YMCA Child Watch, so I'm around kids constantly, and I learned that I love to deal with them. I love it's really great, so I know I wanted to work with them. And the pain perception aspect of my project, I know I wanted to deal with that because it was interesting to me and it was confusing. Because how can we be genetically so close to each other, yet we all experience pain differently? It all affects us in different ways. So this led me to my research. I researched the difference between pain perception in different ethnicities, ages, and genders. This topic was really difficult to research because it's very hard to measure someone's pain. It's very hard to measure how they feel something because it's really just an opinion. Someone can say something hurts when it really doesn't, or someone can say something that doesn't hurt, does. So it was very difficult, but fortunately I was lucky enough to stumble upon this case study where they took a large amount of people from different ethnicities, ages, and genders, and they compared them together. For example, they would have two people that were the same age, same gender, but different ethnicities, and they would put them together and hook them up to this machine, and it would send a shockwave of pain that'd be equal in both people to, and then they have another machine that would measure the frequency or the intensity of the nerve response in those two people, and that would be where the difference was. And this led me to my discovery that was there is actually difference in pain perception between ethnicities especially. I learned that African Americans experience pain 12% more intensely than any other ethnicity. And this was really shocking to me because I didn't understand why. Like, why would they experience pain more intense than any other ethnicity? And I learned through my research that this is because of where the ethnicity originated from. Because of its origin, the need for a stronger immune system was greater than the need for stronger nerves. In order to survive, they needed a stronger immune system to fight off the diseases that were so prevalent in that area. So therefore, we have the gap in between African Americans and other ethnicities in the pain sensitivity. This gap is decreasing, though, because of the advancement in technologies and medicine that for the stronger immune system. So it's not becoming as prevalent as it was in the past. Also, I discovered that men feel pain 8% more intensely than women. This was confusing to me at first and a little shocking, but then if you break it down, it really isn't confusing because women have to go through childbirth. And if women were to have the same pain sensitivity that men do, there'd be a lot more deaths during childbirth because the pain would be so immense that a lot of women would not make it. So therefore, we have less sensitive nerves, so we can go through the process of childbirth. My internship was at Teco Orthopedics in the Pediatric Center. Here is one of the rooms. It was kind of small, but it was such a rewarding opportunity that I got to do. This is my mentor, Dr. Chad Aaron. He was amazing. He was perfect. I followed him for a total of 3 days, 5 hours each day. Over that time period, we saw over 180 patients. That's 60 patients a day, and that equates to about 5 minutes per patient. And that was just astonishing to me because Dr. Aaron had the ability to sit down each of the patients, meet the patient, the family, establish a relationship, establish trust in that relationship, and while he's diagnosing the injury and treating the injury in a matter of minutes. And that was really outstanding to me because it's a lot harder than you think orthopedics, and I think we take doctors for granted because we don't understand what they have to do each and every day. So he was such a great mentor, and I learned so much from him. In between every patient, he would show me x-rays and MRIs from each of them, and he would show me the charts, and he'd be like, all right, what do you think is wrong? How would you treat this patient? What would you do? And that was very intimidating, standing in front of this brilliant doctor. He's asking me what I would do. So that was definitely a learning stretch and a learning experience for me. And I was wrong at the time, but it was okay because I learned a lot from him. My community service was done in part with Kelly Payette. We had a series of fundraising events in which we took the sum of the money and donated it to the Children's Hospital at VCU. My favorite one of the series of fundraisers that we did was the cornhole fundraiser, where we brought in cornhole boards and cornhole bags, and we charged per throw. And if you made it in the hole, you got a prize. All of the prizes were donated from local businesses around Beachwood. They were so supportive of our goals and our ambitions, so I was really grateful for that. And we raised a total of $500, which we donated to the hospital. And of course, none of this would have been possible without my mentor and principal, Mr. Newman. He helped us plan, prepare, and schedule all of our fundraisers, so I'm really grateful for that. And the significance that our community service had was we donated the $500. And you know, $500 is not enough to cure every disease. It's not enough to save every life that's in the hospital right now. But we wanted the money to go to updating the technology and updating the research tools that these doctors and upcoming doctors have. And we thought that might be the leading into saving more lives and being more in the medical field. So we believe that it was truly significant, even though it wasn't a huge amount of money. This project was definitely a learning experience for me. Before this project, I thought I wanted to do something in the field of emergency medicine, so working in the ER room. But I learned through this that the fast-paced feeling, and sometimes like the mixture of like the fast pace versus the slow pace in the emergency room, it wasn't quite for me. I think I wanted something more steady and knowing what I was going to be doing that day. So I learned that the orthopedics is the right field for me. And I definitely want to keep going in it and eventually become a sports medicine doctor and an orthopedic surgeon. I don't think pediatrics is right for me because as much as I loved working with the children, the parents were a little more difficult to deal with because you know they're so worried about their children. And I think I want to work with more athletes and still stay in that orthopedic section now. I really like that. And I also learned so much more about the body, dealing with like my research and all of that. I just learned how the systems works and how the bones and all of what makes us works together. And that was really a great experience. As for me, I'll be attending James Madison in the fall, where I'll be playing softball and majoring in kinesiology. Hopefully after that, I'll be attending medical school, hopefully, and becoming a sports medicine doctor. My advice for upcoming seniors or future upcoming seniors would be, and you've heard it many times, and you'll hear it a million more times, to not procrastinate. It killed me because it's one of my biggest flaws, and I will freely admit that, and I will freely embrace it. It is definitely one of my biggest flaws, and it's hard to work through, but you have to fight it, and you cannot procrastinate through this project. Questions?
Becky, so maybe talk about the fact that pain killers being overprescribed. Did you find anything in your research? I mean, obviously you were kind of looking at a little bit different issue of like pain and differentiation of pain by gender and ethnicity and what have you. But did you find anything about how that information might inform how to treat pain differently rather than just throwing lots of OxyContin?
Mm-hmm. I think all doctors should be aware of this research just because they have to understand each different person that they deal with, because the doctor is only one person and he only feels what he feels. The other person is feeling, but he should have some sort of background and knowledge knowing what to expect with that and how to treat it and how to manage that for his patients.
The causes for the differences in pain perceptions that were quoted, like the gap between ethnicities and the females are less sensitive. Is that factual? Is that supported by research? Or was it just somebody's speculation?
No, this all came out of a study, came out of University of Idaho, and it was linked to the actual study where they like tested the pain perception, and this was their conclusion. So this came straight from them.